guys, and welcome to the Sinking Floats YouTube channel. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jamie. And today we're here at Moorlands Farm Fishery to talk to the new owner. And this guy, he needs no introduction. He's well known within the angling industry. It's the one, the only, Grant Albutt. How you doing, Grant?
Come on, boys. How's it
Right, Sam, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
So you've recently just bought Moorlands Farm.
Yeah, we took it over July the 3rd. I'll be honest with you, it took us a long time to get it.
Yeah.
Well, almost 2 years to be honest.
Got there in the end, didn't you?
Yeah, lots of problems trying to buy it and negotiations and different stuff, but I'll not bore you with all that. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I mean we've been here 5 months now, which is gone so quickly. But the nice thing about it is that there's a lot of people coming back. For me, growing up here as a child, well, say a child, you know, when I was 15, 16, that kind of age, to be here now is a bit surreal.
Yeah.
It's still, I'll be honest with you, it still hasn't sunk in. To me, I'm just working here.
Yeah.
And I am working here, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But
It's your home as well,
it's,
isn't it?
yeah, that's it, yeah, it's just, honestly, it hasn't sunk in yet. You know what I mean? There's so much to do here. I'll be honest with you, I didn't realise actually how much there was. I knew there was a lot of work to be done, and I knew there was a lot of work needed doing.
Yeah.
But now I've got a lad who's working here, Ian Smith, and he's been a brilliant guy for me. He's quite hands-on. He knows lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Where I've just always been a grafter like, but he can help me out in other ways that I don't know how to do stuff.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good. Yeah, team effort. Like, and he's a real. It's funny because I needed some equipment. How we met was like crazy, but I bought some equipment off him. And then he was coming fishing. He phoned me, so I can't make it. I broke down. Really like. I said, "Where are you? I'll come and get you." And ever since that day, we've been like best mates.
Yeah. And
he started working there, and it's been great. You know.
I mean, I've met Ian a couple of times, and so haven't you? And he's a nice
lad. Yeah, he's
he's brilliant. I have to say, he's brilliant.
He does a lot of off the camera kind of stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's an angler, you know, and obviously, you know, he's I think he's more sort of top end club, if you know what I mean. But he's getting into the match scene a bit, you know what I mean. And obviously, I'll help him as much as I can. And but yeah, he's a great guy, and he's been brilliant here. Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, but we have done a lot of work already.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice for people to come here and see, you know, flipping out, look what we've done already, you know what I mean? And we ain't even touched it.
In the space of 5 months as well.
Yeah.
You've probably done quite a lot.
Well, it is, it's difficult as well. You've got anglers here,
Yeah, of course.
you know, cutting trees down, and I'm quite conscious of making a lot of noise while people are fishing, you know. People come to relax and enjoy the day, you know. And the last thing I want to do is chopping trees down and stuff like that. But the work needs doing.
Yeah. I mean, I've come here a couple of times, as you know, fished some of the opens, we've had a couple of club matches here, and you can see the work that you do into the place now on each pull.
Every time we come.
Every time we come, yeah. Something's different every time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have to say, you know, I'm not one for sort of, you know, how do I explain it? Sort of blowing my own trumpet. I've never been that kind of a person, you know, but we have done a lot in a short space of time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing that's great is that the old customers that used to come here, some of them have said, I can't believe how quickly you've turned it round. Now we're in the middle of a lot of big fisheries around here, you know what I mean?
A lot of competition as
well. Yeah, a lot of, you know, when John owned it, you know, when I was growing up, he didn't have any competition.
No.
There's probably too much competition now. So for me, it's getting it right. Now, you're always going to upset people around you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Almost.
I don't like upsetting people, but the way I look at it is if I can do a better job than them, people will come here. You know, do you know what I mean? Without being,
of course, yeah.
You know, like the fisheries around here, I used to fish them all the time. You know, and so I feel, you know, I know we're on camera, I feel a little bit, people having a little dig and, you know, they're on the phone to. I know, because I know everybody, you know, so I hear different stuff back.
You get that with any sort of trade that you're in or anything now, don't you? You're going to get people jealousy for one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Two, people that they don't like you. Or
yeah, that's just life, isn't it?
It's life. You can't be liked by everybody. You know, it's one of them things. The good thing for me is that I'm an angler. Mark, who I took it over from, he was an angler, but not. You know, he was just more of a pleasure angler. I know what anglers want. And if I would do whatever I can to give anglers what they want, you know, we've started leagues already. It will never work, Grant, it will never work.
It will.
And it's working.
It will.
Trust me. You know, I don't need to give numbers out, but it's working for us.
Yeah.
You know, if people are talking about me, other fisheries talking about me, I'm obviously doing something right.
Of course.
The thing is, Mark didn't run it as I would have run it. So all of the fisheries around it benefited from the way he ran it. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to him, because it wasn't his main business. It was more of a pension for him.
Yeah.
It's my main business. And
You're
I
putting
want
all your
this.
time and effort in on it.
Yeah, exactly. I want to put this back on the map where it belongs. It's a lovely fishery. Yes, we've got to do a lot of work. It's going to take me, I'll put 5 years on it. If I can get it done before, I'll be over the moon.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put this place back on the map. That's my goal. Moorlands was one of the first, if not the first, proper commercial, as I say, matches, and it's gone off the map. No one talks about Moorlands anymore, but they are starting to now.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the goal for me. This is a family business for me. I want people to come back after the matches and sit down. If they want to sit here for 5 hours, I'm happy to sit here with them and chat. That's me. That's the kind of person I want people to come back in.
And that's what you want from a fishery as well.
You know, you know, there's lots of fisheries. You go somewhere, you can get a free cup of tea.
You want a friendly environment, don't you? You want to come down and be able to have a chat with the owner, pick his brains, you know, what do I do on this pole, what do I do on that, what bait do I use?
And that's what you got here.
Yeah, I'm here to help. Don't get me wrong, people will have done something wrong and I will have to shout at people or talk to people about stuff, dropping fish, not having the right equipment. Yeah, it's going to happen.
That's your rules though at the end
you
of
know,
the day, isn't
you're
it?
going to get a bad review. I've had a couple of bad reviews already. So if you're doing something wrong, I'm going to talk to you.
Of course, yeah.
But if I'm walking the lakes and you're not catching, if I can help you and get you catching, I'll get you catching. That's for me, you know, that's I want to help people. This is, you know, this will be for my girls, I'll leave this for my girls, you know, or whatever.
And to include them, you know, helping out with Nicola.
Oh no, they're great.
In the calf.
You know, this, like I said, it's my family business, it's my wife's calf, and I'll run the fishery in the shop, you know what I mean?
You've now got a level 2 certificate as well in the
exactly that, so I'm even cooking myself now, so, you know.
Does the best burgers.
Yeah,
Best burgers.
I mean, listen, the food will be great. We've introduced pucker pies. The problem is, we can't put 20 pies in and hopefully sell them.
Yeah.
So at the minute, we're saying to people, you've got a pucker pie, no problem. We'll get it in. It takes an hour and a half to cook in the proper oven. It's a pucker pie oven. We'll bring it to your pecs for you. You know what I mean? That's what we're like. That's
and
what
there's
we
not
want
many
to do.
fisheries that do
There's
that.
no one will do it, mate. There's not many people who do it at all.
No.
It's like, you know, for instance, Steve Pearce's memorial. Two girls walking around the lake, selling people a free cup of tea or coffee in the pouring down the rain.
Commitment.
You know.
Commitment, mate.
I mean, there's been a few times when me and you have been fishing over the way.
Middle.
When we was on middle and Darren.
Every time she walked past.
Exactly that.
She did.
And the
Yeah,
jam
brilliant.
tarts as well.
Kept all over lovely though.
You know, that's the kind of fishery. We're not going to do it every week. We can't do it all the time. You know, things cost money, but I'm happy to give people free cups of tea and coffee. You know, that's me. That's the way we will be. You know, it's going to be a friendly place, and we want it to be a social place as well. That people, you know, we're going to have evenings here.
Yeah.
Trust me, we're going to have not evenings with a star. I've got a list of anglers who I've already approached. Who want to come and, you know, that's something new. I've got lots of plans for the place, you know what I mean? I want people to come here and enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, we need new fish, you know. I can't do everything in once. I want to.
Of course not, no.
It takes time.
It
But
takes
it'll
time.
come. It'll
Money as
come,
well,
won't
yeah. You've just bought the fishery.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to buy a fishery,
Oh, right, yeah.
as you know.
Yeah,
And you've got to put that money into it to how you want that fishery. And
absolutely.
it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, no. And as much as I want to do it overnight,
You can't.
if I had the money, you know, if I won the lottery, I'd close it down, I'd get everybody in to do it, and then I'd open it again.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, unless you win the lottery, it's not going to happen.
No.
But the more people that come here, trust me, I'm not going to put it in my bank account.
Mm.
Well, it'll go in my bank account and then it'll go straight back into the fishery.
Yeah.
I want this place to be the best around, and I'll do whatever I can to make it the best.
So you also, you know, you've got the bait shop here as well.
Yeah.
We've seen you've got that fully staffed out now.
Yeah.
Drennan, who sponsors yourself, and Dynamite.
Yeah.
The shop's done out really, really well. Tell us a bit more about the shop.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you've got a fishery, if you've got a fishery, you go to a fishing network shop, and the one that was here before, it was more of a, you know, being disrespectful again, like a jumble sale. And I
It's all
got
organised now, isn't it?
Pardon?
You've got it all organised now.
Yeah, right. You know, it's getting slowly but surely. You know, Drennan, one of my, you know, my sponsors, absolute amazing company. they wrap the shop out for me, and we've put all the stuff on the shelves. You know, obviously we haven't advertised yet, so people don't even know that that's there. Same with Dynamite, we've got the shelving in there. We've got a lot of their products, but not all of them, because it's not a car place, so there's lots of car stuff they do. But slowly but surely, we will introduce more stuff as people come in and buy it.
And that's not just for people at the fishery, is it? So that's for people, say, who are driving past or something like that, and they want to, you know, they're fishing the following day, they want to come down, maybe pick up some bait, pick up some rigs, or, you know, some floats or something like that. Yeah. You're open to the public?
To the public, yeah. I mean, I want it to be a proper shop that people know, you know, oh, my local shop's shut, I'm on my way home. You know, in the summer, I'm open till 7, 8 o'clock at night. People can nip in here and get it. You know, we do maggots, and, you know, we will do worms, and we will do casters. We'll do it all eventually. But at the minute, we're just doing maggots, all the terminal stuff, virtually everything you need is in the shop now.
Yeah. Which is amazing, because, you know, it's like some days you forget stuff.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way the situation is with COVID and everything going on. A lot of tackle shops, well, a lot of businesses in general have closed down and they're not opening. So, I mean, as a fishery, and you've actually got a shop somewhere where people can come and get their bait. If they need, you know, they need hooks, they need floats, you know, etc. They've got it all here, haven't they?
It's everything you need to fish is here virtually. Yeah. Apart from your poles and your rods, you know, all the terminal bits and pieces. We've got it, everything you need. And if I haven't got it, and somebody wants, I can always get it in for them. Do you know what I mean? So that's another option as well for people. Yeah. As I say, I haven't advertised my shop yet. You know, people are just finding out that I've got it here when they're coming in for advertising. You know, they're walking, oh, I never knew this was there. You know, first impressions when you walk in, it's like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was like when I first come in, to be fair. Like, they got everything. I was like,
and then when you took it over and then you had everything put in the shop and I walked in, it was like, I was like a kid in a candy shop. Yeah. Like, what can I buy today?
It's not, I want it to be nice. You know, that's me. I'm the same fishing. When I fish, you know, I have so many comments, hey, you stay to clean. I like to, that's the way I am. I like to be tidy. And Kenny Giles, you know, as a kid growing up, he was my hero. You know, he used to wear a cravat and he was always smart and everything was clean.
Your role model, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I always look up to him when he stopped fishing. He only like fly fishes now. Do you know what I mean? When he packed it in, I was devastated. I fished with him, you know, you look up to him as an angler when you were growing up, and then I was fishing in the same team as him. You know what I mean? It's mad, it's crazy. That's my life. You know, when you look up to people, all these big name anglers as a kid, and now I've got most of them on my phone. I can ring them up any time. It's quite surreal, you know.
I think that's any fisherman's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anybody who fishes from a young age, you want to get to the top. You want to fish with the world champs. You want to fish with the likes of yourselves, Bob Nerd, Andy May. You know, all these top anglers. You want to be at that sort of level. You know, that's what everyone wants to do, and you've done it.
I suppose I have really. I've been fished with the best in the world. In our own country. I've fished against all the anglers as well when they've come over and stuff.
And you're UK champion, aren't you?
I used to be, a long time, you know, a few years back and that, I've won that, you know, I've been lucky, I've won a few big things, you know what I mean? But I haven't gone off the map, but I haven't won a lot for a while. I had different things on my mind and I haven't been able to concentrate on my fishing as much as I would like to. Things change. When I was winning loads and stuff like that, I was single. You know, I'm married, children, and a new venture. I've had a few new, you know, businesses, and this is a new venture for me. So I want to take 2 years out. And what I mean by that, I'm still going to fish, but I'm going to prioritise here. I'm still going to fish qualifiers, you know, but not as many as I did. Give myself 2 years, get this place back on the map, and then I'll be back again doing it properly, you know what I mean? I can still fish here, we're going to have some big things here.
You have got some big things. I mean, that leads us on to our next question.
What events have you got coming up?
Well, obviously we've got the Silverfish League, you know, people said to me, won't happen. You know, but the thing is, no one ever fished for silvers here.
And how many people have you got on the list now?
Well, we've got over 50.
Which is a cracking number.
It's brilliant, especially with this COVID thing, you know what I mean? We're all going to be careful, we've got the sanitisers, we've got all the things up everywhere, you must wear your masks and all the rest of it. It's all going to be done properly.
Live draws, they'll be all done.
I think it's going to be, the first one is obviously Saturday. So we're going to have a rolling draw. But the teams of 4 starts the week after. So I'm going to do it live on Facebook. So we haven't got all the people coming in there. They can go to the pegs and then they can steadily come in, have something to eat, and then, do you know what I mean? So there's no big groups.
Then that's another thing, you've actually got a Facebook page, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, I've got my personal one, which I can post on there, and I've got the Moorlands farm one. But another thing, I was told you'll never do it, Grant, because Moorlands obviously sort of went off the map a little bit, and they were only getting 20s here and 15s and they're doing pairs. And bless him, Bob who works here, I kept him on. He does all the paperwork and stuff like that. I said, you'll never do 10s or 4. That's all I'm going to do.
And here we are.
18. Yeah. We would have 26. People have dropped out for various reasons. I'll tell you now, next year,
it's a big year.
We'll have the individual. I think it'll be brilliant. I think it'll be that close, it'll be brilliant. I think we'll have even more next year, and I think the teams of 4 will definitely get 20, 25 teams.
Oh, definitely.
And we've got prizes coming as well. I spoke to Drennan, and they're going to give me prizes for the individual and for the teams. Do you know what I mean? So I'll have something going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's stuff to be won, guys. You know, it's.
It'll be brilliant. The money, the payouts are going to be much better. You know,
£2,000, isn't it?
That's for the teams.
Fours.
Oh, teams of 4, yeah, we have to drop it a little bit. It's 1,500 for the teams of 4.
Yeah,
1,000. So
brilliant if you win it.
That's great.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed as well. That there's some really big payouts.
Oh yeah.
Whereas there are a lot of fishers around here, but they're not paying out this sort of money, are they?
No, they're not. And I've always been a big believer. If you win a match, you should get the money.
Yeah.
I'm not one for going out to a venue and then splitting all the money up. And I know that some people can't compete with certain people, but they are competing with them because they're going on the same. It's going on the same matches.
You're always learning, aren't you?
As other top anglers. So they say they can't compete, but actually they can compete. And if you run more fish than me on the day, you'll beat me every day of the week.
Yeah.
And that's fishing.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what's in front of you. So you know, it's like I've put a festival on for next February.
What are the dates for that one?
I think it starts on the 15th of Feb, it's 4 days, and straight away I've had I think 3 or 4, maybe 5 interviews.
How much is that one?
So it's the way I'm running it is that I'm going to get people to pay the peg fees up front. So for instance, a lot of fisheries might go, it's £150 all in, right?
Yeah.
That's great, that's fine. My peg fees will be 32 quid, say, so it's £182. So your peg fees are paid, but you've still got your £150 there.
Okay.
Right? For instance, on mine, it's £1,600 paid up front, right? That's all the peg fees taken out. If you didn't do it that way, then your 150 quid, you've still got 1,600 quid to come off that.
Yeah.
So that's 600 quid off the top line. So we like, for instance, if we get 50, we based it on 50. It'd be £2 grand, 1,500, 1,000, 600, 400.
Yeah.
For the top 5.
And you're paying the sections on each.
It's still sections, so we can do
Always
it either way.
Always money to be won, isn't there?
Absolutely,
Wherever
yeah.
you are, whatever pool you're on,
Yeah.
there's a chance.
The section wise, I could pay 10 pegs or 100 quid, or I can just split it down the middle and do 5s at 50 quid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me, it makes no difference. So like again, when the anglers are here, I should say, look, do you want me to pay every 5 pegs, or do you just want me to pay every 10? Your sections will be your 10, but your money sections could be 5 or 10. It doesn't matter to me. It's the angler's money. I'll pay how they want it. You know, but again, going back, I'm not one for paying. You know, there might be 6 or 7 in a section. You're paying 2 people in a section. You're taking all the money off the top anglers. Who've won.
Yeah.
You know, you might win the match and pick up 10 quid more than I've done, and I've only won my section.
Yeah.
For me, I don't agree with it. It's not. But it's only.
You can understand where you come from.
Yeah. People run their fishery how they want to run their fishery. You know, but I here. So you say you're in £50 sections, you get 40.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 10 quid difference. So you get your money back roughly, but the top 3, depending on how many's there, you know, you'll always pick up 100 quid. You know, I mean, minimum. So like, for instance, last weekend, 160, 130 I think it was, and then 900. There was your top 3 payout, and then everybody.
And they're good playouts, aren't they?
Fantastic playouts.
I mean, obviously it's a great thing for you because with all the people coming in.
Oh yes,
everything
great.
helps.
It's you know, obviously I just want to see people coming through the door. And yes, of course, it's you've got to earn money.
It's a business, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But it's for me, it's putting this place back where it should be.
You've got a lot of friends as well here, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
People that come regularly as well.
Yeah.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
It really is. I've seen that since I've started here.
Yeah.
I mean, when was that? It was say a couple of months ago. But I've enjoyed it. You know, some fisheries you go and you think, don't particularly want to go back with this. I just want to keep coming back for more, mate. And next year, I think it's going to be a really good year.
Yeah, I hope so.
You also, I know, you know, at the moment you can't do a lot of it, but you do coaching.
I don't really push myself about the coaching. I've got a lovely website that a girl did for me. and she's actually going to do the new Moorlands website as well, which is going to be closed down, so no one can see it, and she'll build it. Problem is with that is that we're in winter now, so the photographs can't be done until spring.
Yeah,
so
it looks a little
so
bit
it looks
nicer.
nice, yeah, so it looks nice, but she's going to start working on it. But yeah, the coaching, I never pushed myself. I've got a nice website. It hasn't been maintained for probably 2 years, just because I've been busy doing other stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to coach. I don't really want to move from here, so all the coaching that I will do will be here. The good thing about this place is we've got the different size lakes, so anybody wants to learn castings, that sort of stuff, you know, being accurate, regular fishing, feeder fishing, anything like that, I do all that.
It's not just showing them how to do that either. You go through like the terminal tackle and rig setup and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, go for everything, nice. And it's, like I said, everyone I've coached, you know, since I've been doing it, is that they've got my phone number. So it doesn't just end there, do you know what I mean? So
Stay in touch, don't you?
stay in touch. If you want to know anything, all you got to do is give me a call, as long as it's not 12 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't just, you know, I'll do whatever I can. Anybody wants to learn, whatever they want to do. Certain things I don't do. You know, I don't do a lot of bloodworm joker fishing, and I don't do a lot of pace fishing. But I tell them that on the phone, you know, I always ask them what they want to learn. And so yeah, I can help you out, no problem. But just like I said, it doesn't just end there. I've got a lad actually, I stay in touch with quite regularly now. He's actually going to fish my Selfish League, and he's down past Oxford. But he fancied it, talked to him, you know, I didn't talk him into it, but he said, yeah, he said, I want to come and fish it. In fact, he's actually rang me tonight and said, you know, so it's nice. You know, I've had some, you know, good friendships out of it, you know, so...
fantastic.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah. So, where do you see the fishery going now then? So obviously, you've got your Silver League, you've got your teams of 4, you've got your Silver Fish Festival in February. February 15th it starts, yeah, 4-day festival, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-day festival.
Where do you see yourself going from that?
Obviously, I just want it to be one of the best around, and I think, you know, with you know, like I say, the more people that come here, the more money I can put back into it. You know, I will do everything I can to make this the best. I've got a spring festival booked in, I've got a summer festival booked in, and we've got a September festival booked in.
Very busy, yeah.
So that's not been done before. You know, I know there's other fisheries around, and I know there's other that do festivals and all the rest of that. Well, that's fine. I want people to come here, and I want people to want to come here for that, because our payouts will be brilliant. Lovely food and a great atmosphere. For me, it's about the atmosphere and the banter I like fishing. Why start going fishing now?
Well, you're not serious. There's always banter.
I've got to have the banter. I've got to be, you know, someone, you know, whatever. I've got to be shouting across to someone. If that stopped for me, I'd stop fishing.
Yeah.
It's all about the banter and the atmosphere before, during, and after the match.
And that's what you've got down here, isn't it?
And that's what we're getting down here. You know, I'll be honest with you.
There's a lot of banter down here.
There's a lot of banter down here.
We won't say any names, but you know who it is.
But it's like, you know, I didn't come here. When John sold the business, I didn't come here. And not because I didn't like Mark or whoever, you know, Mark and Sean who owned it. I always go to other places, and then when I did come here, there was an atmosphere here. It was like I walked in and there was a group of whoever anglers were here at the time. You know, I'm not going to mention any name, but it's like, what are you doing here? What do you mean, what am I doing here? I was here before you lot were. You know what I mean? And I was a kid growing up, and it was like, there wasn't a nice atmosphere. And it's quite funny because I spoke to Mark, because Mark actually said to me when I was buying it off him, he said, you know, why did you not come here? I said, it's nothing personal to you. And I told him why, and he said, yeah, he said, I've seen that. He said, I should have stamped on it. Do you know what I mean? Little things.
Yeah.
You know, some of them have come, stayed here, and others have not fished here so much now, but, you know, I want it run my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, it's not always going to be right, but if someone can help me out along the way, they say, well, I wouldn't do that, I'll do this, and I'll listen. But if I don't think it's right, then I'll just go with Buffalo. Do you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, your rules are your rules, aren't they, for a reason?
Yeah, they are.
And if people respect them,
absolutely,
they'll respect you.
And they're not there to annoy anybody.
Exactly.
They're there to
look
be
after
fair.
the fish.
I've up the bait limits. Okay, fish with pellets. You know, I'm no different to everybody else. I used to be a bait supplier, and I had to go to every venue and buy pellets.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know people don't buy pellets.
That's another thing as well, with people coming to your fishery and fishing your pools. If you want to fish pellet, you've got to buy your pellet, because if they don't, they'll be back in the car and they'll be up the track.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, listen, they all think they're going to buy a sack and they're going to save a fortune. No, you're not really.
No.
Not really. You're not. Okay. It's well, why can't we bring our own? It's just another income for you. Yes, it is another income.
Supporting your fishing.
People moan like day ticket. People moan how much your day ticket? It's £8 or whatever. £8.
It's nothing.
I can go down the road
How
for
much
£6.
Yeah. How much does it cost
Yeah,
to
but
go?
are you going to have a better day's fishing?
Yeah.
Probably not.
How much does it cost to go and play a round of golf?
Exactly that. And this is what I say to them.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest sport going. We're the only people that can mingle and fish next to a world champion.
Yeah.
You can't go and play golf next to a world champion. You can't go and play football with him.
Do you think he's playing his own trumpet a little bit?
No. Not at all. We are so. This is a great sport. We are so lucky to rub shoulders with the best in the world. We've got that's what we've got. We can do that.
You've got big anglers coming as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's more named anglers coming all the time. You know what I mean?
And that's great for the fishery.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Because it puts the name out, doesn't it?
That is going to put Moorlands back on the map.
Definitely.
Give it a few
definitely.
years. And
The top anglers out there, they do fish for the top money.
Yeah.
And straight away, as soon as I put that Siltfish Festival up, straight away the top boys are straight on it.
Yeah.
And it's in the week, so it's not affecting the weekends for your normal anglers or the anglers who can't fish the festivals in the week. Then the top boys who are self-employed, who want to be fishing festivals in the week.
Yeah.
And it just shows you straight away, the people who are booking in. And that, for me, that's amazing, it's fantastic. I want them boys there. And some people would be afraid. Like when I was growing up, I'm going to tell you exactly, there'd be Tommy Pickering, there'd be Alan Scottle, there'd be Sandra. At Woodlands View, I walked in there and it's like, wow, you wouldn't even look at them. And now I've got their phone numbers. And I fish with them, and Sandra's always looked after me with my clothing. It's the best clothing you can get.
Sandra's from
Hunt, Sandra Hunt, amazing woman, and she's looked after me ever since I sort of started making a name for myself. And I used to sell a clothing for her and this and that, and it's the best. And I'm a tart, I am a tart. I want to look smart when I'm on the bank, and I look smart because I wear her clothing. And don't get me wrong, I wear Drone clothing as well, my personal sponsor, and their clothing is lovely as well. But for 100% waterproof Gore-Tex, I always opt for Sandra.
Which is important.
Absolutely, yeah.
Staying dry and warm on the bank,
Don't be sat on the
especially
bank.
in the winter.
Drenched.
Absolutely. But going back, it's like, I was frightened to see these top anglers, and I wouldn't enter a competition. I would never start Fishermania because all the top names were winning. I was frightened. And now it's
I think that's normal though, isn't it?
I think it is, man.
That's a good thing.
I've never been real confident. I've probably come across confident now, but it's only because I've been doing it been on camera a long time, and you get used to it.
Going back to Fishermania, you've actually got yourself a couple of Fishermania qualifiers here, haven't you?
Next year.
Yeah, we've secured two.
So you've got the Fishermania qualifiers.
Mm.
Is there any other qualifiers that you want to try and get at Moorlands?
I mean, obviously, major matches. We were lucky with the COVID thing because as I was buying it, I spoke to Andy who sort of runs it, and he gave us a date. Obviously, that date had to be cancelled, and he spoke to Moorlands, and he said he didn't really have a good vibe from them, and he didn't think I was going to get it, so he pulled the plug on it. So I obviously rang him and said, look, I've got this. Well, how come you not come back to us? And he said, I didn't think you were going to get it, but all the dates are done now. As soon as we can rebook dates with venues, he'll give them to me.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Well,
so that's great.
It's a big thing for the fishery, those fish owners, aren't
Yeah,
they?
huge, mate. Yeah,
Yes.
we've got fish out, and hopefully we'll have the Mavers.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not here to upset anyone. I'm here just to run a business and do whatever I can to support my family and pay my bills.
Of course, yeah.
I
So
don't
laugh
drag
at the end of the day as well.
Absolutely, so hopefully he will change his mind next year or the year after now because he's already done his dates, and he'll come to me and I'll gladly push it for him, and I've already said this to him. All these fisheries are nibbling at each other. Why don't you just think about it and go, hang on a minute,
You're working together.
let's work together here.
Yeah.
You
You're
can't all
so
do it.
close.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, there's a lot.
We could have some big things. You could have
Exactly.
a float one there and a feeder one at that one, and then you swap them over and do different stuff. They don't think about it. All they want is it all to themselves, and I get that. That's fair enough. You all want to make money.
Yeah.
Right? There's not enough anglers out there to keep everyone to yourself. So for me, if I can do a great job and it's nice atmosphere, good food, and the banter's great, people are going to want to come here every week.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And that's all I care. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
You know, if people want to have a niggle at me and stuff,
So
no problem. Come and tell me to my face. Don't niggle to other people.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something to upset you, come and tell me. You know, let's sit down and talk about it, have a cup of tea, no problem. I haven't got a problem with that. But don't niggle behind my back.
No.
You know, at the end of the day, they don't know how lucky they've been. They've had it to themselves for the last 10 years because, no disrespect, like I said earlier, it hasn't been run properly. In my eyes, it went off the map. Everyone knows Moorlands Farm. It's one of the longest serving fisheries.
It's been around a long
time.
I mean, since you were a young lad, I mean,
I was coming in.
I'm not saying you're old now, Grant, but
I'm getting old, mate.
a few years
Getting old.
ago.
Not saying anything.
I'm getting old, you know, it's one of them. But I was been coming here since I was 15 years old, and this was mega. It's Tuesday night, you weren't booked on. There used to be a list on the wall there. If you weren't on that list on Tuesday night, you weren't getting on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday.
And that's where you want it to be.
That's how good it
Yeah.
was. Yeah. It will never be the same. It will never be. There's too many fisheries around for that, so you will never be that. But if I can get it somewhere close, I'll be happy.
And that will come in time.
It will. Yeah.
So,
I think that's good. That
yeah, I think that
concludes
covers a
it,
lot.
to be fair, Grant. I mean, thanks for having us here, mate.
You're welcome, mate.
I mean,
Make sure you come down here
yeah.
and give it a go, because you know it's such a great fishery.
It is,
It's going
it
to
is.
turn into something
It's,
a lot better.
It's a very well stocked fishery as well. You've got a lot of fish here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's just quickly, it's not been netted for so many years. You know, we need to net it, we need to take all the small fish out, all the oxygen, knickers as we call them.
Yeah.
It needs to be managed properly. Now, I'm no expert, but I know what needs doing. I used to do netting with John when John owned it, you know, so I learned a lot off him.
Yeah.
You've got to manage your fishery, you've got to take all these out every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's why oxygen levels are low and stuff like that. Or you've got too many fish in there.
Yeah.
And there's probably too many silverfish in here that's causing problems for oxygen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot to do, but I guarantee you this place will be what it used to be, and I'll go to my grave. You know what I mean?
You can hold you to that, Grant. You can hold you to that.
So,
But yeah, it's going to be good. So make sure you come down, you try it out, you speak to Grant. He'll help you out with anything he can. And look out for the videos here, because this will be our main place, won't it?
I mean, go onto Facebook, type in Moorlands Farm Fishery, like the page. You can always get hold of Grant on there. Always pop down. There's a contact number here as well. You'll find that on the website or the Facebook page.
yeah. Donations welcome.
How many figures?
Donations are welcome.
So yeah, guys, like and subscribe. And if you liked the interview today, please leave your comments underneath.
And if you've got any comments about anything that we said today, just leave them below.
And if there's
All that
anything
stuff.
else that you'd like to see me and Sam doing,
Yeah.
put the video, you know, put the comments underneath. We will be doing more videos with Grant on the bank, talking about the different pools and actually sitting down with him while he's fishing and trying to pick his brains and nick a few tricks off him. See if we can beat him in a match one day, maybe.
I'll be last.
Right, guys.
See you later.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Take
you.
care. See you
Bye-bye.
soon.